Hey listeners, here's a little peek at what you could be getting if you subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople. Jack and I have another podcast called Han Took Shots First, and you can get early access to the full episodes uncut on there before they come out to the world. If you don't want to do that, you can hear them. Just look up Han Took Shots First anywhere you get podcasts, or go to hantookshotsfirstpod.com. and you can find us there. But here's a little preview for you of our upcoming episode on episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, is the Jedi like the really nice mafia? Like you can quit?
But do you know why he quit the Jedi? Because it wasn't to go be a Sith Lord initially. He went to go like take back his familial kingdom, I guess we'll call it.
Oh, that's why he's a count.
He's a count. Like, that's not just a clever bad guy title, because his bad guy title is Darth Tyrannus.
Right, which I heard that early in this movie. Well, early-ish.
Yeah.
It's a long movie.
It's like 2.5 hours, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think it was 2:20-ish.
Too many notes.
Still. On Camino, I think it's Django says that he met a guy named Tyrannus.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, well, that's not a bad guy.
Yeah. Tyrannus, whose master is Sidious, they're probably up to some, good things here.
And it's not till the end you find out that that's Dooku. I mean, you know.
You do know, but they don't. They don't.
They act like it's a mystery. But what's his good guy name besides Dooku? What was his Jedi name? Do you know? Was it
probably
still
just Dooku. It'd be Master Dooku.
Okay.
Or whatever, because you don't lose your name.
Yeah, I know. I
You
just
just
didn't
lose your
know if it was like
possessions.
because now he's Count Dooku. If he was, do you think he went with Count Dooku as like an homage to Christopher Lee's like Hammer days?
Is that his heavy metal band?
Hammer Films was the British film studio that did like Dracula, Frankenstein,
Oh,
all that stuff.
gotcha.
Not the Universal monsters that we know better here, but same things, but over there. Christopher Lee was in a lot of those. Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing.
We got to talk about Christopher Lee being a fucking absolute badass.
He's great. The worst part of Christopher Lee in this movie, and it's not his fault, I don't think, is when he's riding the speeder at the end.
Not his fault.
He doesn't look. He's just like, I don't know. I've never been on a motorcycle. He's just sitting on this thing in a room, like, I guess I lean.
Okay, get on this thing and pretend like the wind is whooshing past you.
Act like it's a jet ski. A what?
Oh, what did you say? I'm going to say this about Christopher Lee. He also was in a heavy metal band. He also fought in World War II, and he also was Saruman in Lord of the Rings. I bring all this up because just to give you a badass moment, I'm going to paraphrase a lot of this, but there's a scene that gets deleted where Grima Wormtongue stabs him in the back and he dies, right? In Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I was like, who the fuck's Wormtongue in this?
Grima Wormtongue. Sorry, it's a tangent, but it's going to pay off.
Okay.
So he gets stabbed in the back by his lackey. And during the scene, Peter Jackson, was like, you just got to send a little bit more real than that one. You're getting stabbed in the back, But so he's like, no, it sounds a bit more like this. And Christopher Lee goes, I'm going to stop you there. I know what it sounds like to stab a Nazi, and I've heard him bleed out. Like, I know what that sound is, so please allow me to do it. And I'm paraphrasing it. I'm butchering it.
Yeah.
But the whole cast was like, oh, damn. Oh,
that's
damn.
right. This actor's killed people.
This
for real.
guy's killed people.
Not like Alec Baldwin, but like a real actor.
He killed people, and he's less of a monster than Alec Baldwin. Do you know that he was almost in Star Wars before this?
No.
He was offered the role and turned it down for Grand Moff Tarkin.
Okay.
His friend Peter Cushing took it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good because...
But that's the biggest reason he took this. He's like, I'm not going to not be in Star Wars.
Well, that's good because Christopher Lee is still alive. Well, at least he was at the filming of this. I don't know if he still is.
I believe Christopher Lee's still alive.
Pretty sure he is.
I'm going to take
Peter
a little
Cushing,
peek while you
long
talk.
dead.
Yeah, rest in pictures, Peter Cushing.
Yes.
Subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople, or go to hantookshotsfirstpod.com